Attraction marketing works to draw in ideal clients, prospects, and possibly even business partners. And with the social media platforms that we have today, we can use those platforms to actually draw in those people through our content and our messaging. And that's what we're going to be covering today. And this actually works in any industry, no matter what it is that you have for a product or service. So if you're in network marketing, if you're an affiliate marketer, or if you're actually selling your own products and services, then attraction marketing will help you find the right people and also magnetize them into you through your messaging. And that's what we're going to be covering today. But before we go any further, if we haven't met yet, I'm Lisa Rooney, an online success coach and mentor. And today is actually just like a 30,000 foot view of attraction marketing and what's possible by intentionally taking your message online to attract many. Oh, and I've actually recorded a free mini course on this very topic. So if today's topic interests you, you want to know more about it, and you have more time, then you can opt in to a link on this page to the Attract Prospects to You ebook as well as mini course. It's under 10 minutes a day. So if you want that resource, then the link is left on this page. And otherwise, let's jump into our 30,000 foot view of what attraction marketing looks like. Right now, I'm assuming if you're watching this that you have a product or service or opportunity that you know that hundreds or even thousands of people really need what you have. And progress in your business might be going slowly because you're only having one-to-one conversations, or you're hitting up the same people who have already expressed that it's not their right timing or that they're not interested, because you're just not sure where to find these hundreds and thousands of people that need what you have, or how to get your message in front of them, or how to draw them in and have them be attracted to you. Now, it's good to realize whether we're talking about attraction marketing or we're talking about one-to-one marketing, that a lot of those people that we're presenting to are going to say no. Maybe even close to 90%. And that's a 10% conversion rate. That's a marketing term of conversion, of that we presented an offer, they've seen an opportunity or a product or something like that, and they actually convert into being a buyer. So the 90% that say no, it may feel like a lot of rejection, or it may sound like a lot of rejection. And sometimes we hear the no, so it's an actual verbal no, I'm not interested, or sometimes it's a silent no too. They just sort of just fall off. And it's, one of two things. It's either not for them or it's not their timing. So it's easy to burn out of a list of the people that you know that's in your warm market. And you may kind of be told to just go be more social and go meet more people. But that may not feel authentic to you, because if you're a shy person or introverted like myself, then just going to be more social isn't really something that you sign yourself up for. So there's ways of creating interest and attraction on using social media through our messaging that we can actually draw these people in and not have to go be so social. I mean, yeah, there's situation appropriate that you meet someone, develop a nice relationship, and you present that. But that's very slow in progress, right? Because it's one-to-one, and it's after you've developed a relationship that you actually, express what you have if it fits their need. But with that 90%, you can feel pretty discouraged in your business, trying to get your product and service out there or opportunity. And 90% are saying no, it can just feel like a lot of rejection. So really, there is a way to take the verbal rejection out of this, and also the feeling of rejection, by developing a system that kind of operates when you're not. So, it's also a way to gain more time freedom in your business by setting something like this up. Does it take time to set it up? Yes, I'm very transparent. Like, to set up an attraction marketing system that operates 24/7, so you don't have to, does take time. That's what I help my clients go through, is to really set something up that does allow them more time freedom. And I'm just honest up front, like, yes, it takes time, but do you want to spend years and years and years of one-on-one conversations? Or do you want to develop something that you can attract thousands in, present them something, and some say yes, some say no, but it's scalable, right? So I'll show you how it can change the dynamic. Let's see what's currently happening now. So you have a contact, and you may have a lot of them, right? You may have a list of 100 people, let's say, on your list, and you ask them, hey, I have this amazing thing, are you interested? And what if only 10% of the people said yes? Then what are you gonna do? I mean, you may be told to go on social media and work your personal page and those types of things, but really it's gonna be such a slow process of attracting in those people that actually need your widget, whatever it is you're selling. It doesn't matter what you're selling. This process works for anything, but it's really attracting that right person, your ideal person. Say if you've seen someone, maybe somebody in a surrounding company, that you wish you had 20 of those people. Well, it's really sitting down and defining what makes up that person. It's really identifying who your ideal is, that you would be stoked, that you would call me and say, Lisa, I can't believe I attracted 20 of those people. My life changed. You know, you think that they're a rock star, or they could take off with an opportunity, or they can really find a lot of people that need the product and service that you have. So what if you were able to attract 20 of those people in this year? Would your life change? So it's really sitting down and identifying those qualities that that person has. What are the values? What do they value, right? So once we know these things about your ideal client and ideal prospect that you're trying to draw in, then it's easier to have messaging that makes you attractive to them. That's really what attraction marketing is really attracting someone into us through our messaging and through our content. And it makes you attractive because they start to look to you as interesting, attractive, understanding of their problem, and actually able to help them. And one of the best ways to show people that we can help them is through actually helping them. And it's through our messaging and through our content, right? And that can be on social media posting, it can be through video and those types of things. So really the first step is identifying who is your ideal. And then the second thing is identifying what their massive problem is. What is the thing that keeps them up at night? What is the thing that really they feel incomplete by the end of the year, that they didn't complete that thing again? And ideally, your product and service will solve that issue. So if it's that they need more money, they probably want to pay off debt. Well, it's never about the debt. It's about, you know, feeling the stress and the pressure. So really it's getting more into the emotional connection with the stressor, with the problem, with the thing that keeps them up at night. And you can address those things through your messaging. And you don't just want to have people view your content and view you and like your page. We're not in a popularity contest. We're in a business. So you want to be able to capture that lead and get them in a closer relationship with you, because you want to continue to give them value. You want to continue to develop a closer relationship with you. And you can do that through a simple email system. So let me draw out for you 30,000 foot view like we said we were going to today. Okay, so we said that we're going to use social media platforms, either Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. It doesn't matter what source the traffic is coming in from. And these are traffic of people who are responding to your messaging and responding to what you're putting out there for content, and able to come into a closer relationship with you into like a simple email marketing system. And there's a lot of inexpensive options of capturing those leads so that you can develop a closer relationship with you. So in marketing, we call it a sales funnel. if you're new to this concept and you sort of accidentally became an entrepreneur because you fell in love with a product or service, then you probably haven't heard some of the typical marketing terms. But a sales funnel only means that you're creating like an email list and warming them up into a nurture type of relationship and eventually presenting an offer to them, right? So sometimes the marketing terms like sales funnel can sound kind of cold, but it's actually not. Like you would sit down and write it like you were gonna write it for your best friend. And it allows you to nurture that lead and that prospect and actually create a know, love, and trust sort of relationship with them, allowing them to know you enough that they view you as the person to help them out of their pain. And of course, your messaging is going to be directly correlated with the problem that your product solves. And it's able to reach many people instead of just one-to-one conversations by random chance that someone's going to be interested in what you have. This is more intentional, right? Because we use our messaging on social media to allow us to get leads into a funnel that we've set up that eventually presents an offer. But you don't want to make it a spam funnel. You don't want to just like throw them into a list. I mean, they're going to unsubscribe, you know, but this is treating it like a business. This is not using your business like a hobby. It's not using it on a personal page. You do develop business profiles on these platforms, but the way you develop a personal relationship with these ideal clients is that you make it feel personal, even though it's on a business page. Those are just terms that we use in business. And as a marketer, and you are a marketer, if someone told you you're just sharing and expects you to scale a business, then that's a little bit of misinformation and it can leave us disappointed. So it's just facing the truth. You have a product. Anyone who has a product or service is a marketer. You're marketing something, and there's ways of doing that without feeling spammy or salesy, or you actually probably feel more, you know, salesy right now that you're in sort of a one-to-one conversation and running out of leads and feeling like your success is really limited to the contacts that you have now. And that is not the case at all. It's just learning a new skill set. Let me guess, with the job that you currently had as a career, you had to learn a new skill set. And the same is true to if you're marketing a product or service, is you just have to learn a new set of skills. And if you view it in that way, then it empowers you to be able to pick up just a new set of skills. You'll pick it up over time, and it's through content even like this that can help you a little bit further understand what something like this would look like and what it would translate into your business. So we said today we're going to cover Facebook and Instagram specifically. What is popular right now on those platforms is what you should ask yourself of what's relevant right now. Because I'm sure this video, you know, a couple years from now, those platforms are going to evolve and we just have to shift into what's popular. So right now with Instagram, Insta stories and video is very popular. Why is that? People are really into eye contact. They're able to make trust with us, with seeing our face and making eye contact with us and seeing our influx. I mean, actually, we can offend some of the people that we don't want in our business just by being us, correct? And we want that, actually. You don't want the people that are just gonna kick your tires. You don't want the people that are just gonna drag you along and energy vampires and all those things, because who has time for that, you know? And so don't be offended by the people that don't like you, celebrate that. And with the ones who are your ideal and that you've identified, make your messaging so attractive on these platforms. So what that would look like on Instagram was our first example, right? So you may do Insta stories that lead into a call to action. You may do video that would lead to a call to action of being able to take the next step with you, right? And you can actually place your message directly in the face of who you have identified as your ideal. You know their problem, you understand their pain, and your messaging speaks to that pain and comes across as understanding. And you're going to be so attractive to that person. They're going to be like, that's the person that's going to help me out of this. And that's what you want, is to be that person they look to and they have that confidence in, that, you know, you're it. So on Facebook right now, lives are very popular. It does take getting over issues of getting on video. I mean, I have that issue too, right? Like, I'm a shy person. And one trick that I can share with you that helped me get over said introversion is actually placing a photo of my best friend just underneath the camera point. So really, you want to be speaking like you would in your own dialect and your own language pattern and everything, instead of like stiff and stoic, you know, just because you're on camera. So it's really just narrowing down that perfect person that you want to attract, and, you know, getting yourself a little bit more comfortable with what these social platforms are requiring of us to be able to develop more relationships with strangers on there. And definitely video is the cheapest option right now. And it's scalable because you can place your message directly in front of that person that you've identified is your ideal. So the takeaways from today on attraction marketing is to, one, identify the one person that you want to attract. Your ideal client, their values, what you value, and what you feel would be your ideal person. So that may be a business partner, that may be somebody that needs your product and service. Who is that? And then really, two, is identify their pain point. What frustrates them? What would they feel guilty about not achieving this year by the end of the year? So it's really just looking at where they want to get to and how you can help them get there, because that starts to create your messaging. That starts to create you being the person that they're attracted to, because you're coming across as helpful and getting them closer to that. So knowing the emotional triggers of them not achieving that thing is helpful, and you're not using that as a way of manipulation. You're using that as a way of understanding. You know, if I give you an example of like weight loss, I'm in the health and nutrition space, so I mean, that's an easy topic, but it's never about the weight loss, is it? It's how someone feels. It's their confidence. It's that they don't feel comfortable at the beach, much less confident in their own skin in their house. You know, it's how they project themselves at work is not confident because they don't feel confident. It is not the weight loss. It's that they don't feel good in their own clothes and their own skin. So knowing the deeper form of what needs to transform, you can approach that in your messaging in such a loving way that it creates a know, love, and trust relationship. And then the person looks to you to be the one to assist them in changing. So then we use our social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. I mean, there's so many, right? And it's going to evolve into more. But it's really leveraging those to get the message out to that ideal person as though you're talking to one, and allowing them to come into a closer relationship with you. Because no matter what it is you're selling, product, opportunity, service, digital product, it doesn't matter what it is you're selling, there's many people that need it and many people that need to know about you, and they need to know, like, and trust you in order to buy. And so it gets rid of spammy messaging like, hey, look at my link, just look at my 5-minute life-changing video or something like that. Like, that's all spammy. We're in the days of transparency and honesty and trust. And throwing somebody a message with a 5-minute video that's going to be life-changing for them doesn't create that. It's just accepting that somebody told you to do it in a way that they learned, and it might not be the best way for the times that we're in right now. So there's other ways to learn. We are wrapping up today's message, but Just keep in mind, I did record a mini series of a training on this topic. It gets a little bit more into not too much techie stuff, but yeah, a little bit more of the techie stuff of like what a whole thing like this would take to get up and running and implement it in your life and your business, so you can actually develop more time freedom and get in front of the face of your ideal person, and not just one of them, but many. So go ahead and click the link below if you really want in on that training. Right now it's free, so just jump in if you can and leave me a comment below that this made sense, that you need this in your life. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up, and definitely subscribe to the channel, because I will be having Marketing Monday messages, and we will go over everything marketing related, branding, social media, and can't wait to see you here.